All right. What's up, Manu? Our homework. I don't believe we had any homework. Yeah, no, I don't think we had homework. I think it was basically just to... Wait, did we have homework? Let me double check. I'm almost positive we didn't. But I will make sure. What's up, Ahana? Yeah, I can go over some stuff. Nathan, yeah, I'm gonna be kind of messing around in the Nether today. I think it's time. Nope, we didn't have any homework. All we had was the photosynthesis models worksheet that we did in class, so that was about it. So Ahana, you want to know about the Friday retake? Okay. So the Friday retake is on cell transport. Right, so all you need to make sure you review is the material on cell transport. So all the different kinds of cell transport, like you should know, like active transport, diffusion, osmosis. You should kind of know the different protein transporters and channels and their involvement, the way molecules move. Let me pull up pull something up for you, maybe. What's up, Philip? Hey, Mary. Okay, so this cell transport Quizlet's pretty good just to remind you of the different terms that you need to know. Simple diffusion, osmosis, facilitated diffusion, active transport, passive transport, endo versus exocytosis, some other terms like solution, solute, solvent. And then, oh yeah, the whole stuff about isotonic, hypertonic, and hypotonic. So you should be able to answer a question where I ask you, you know, a cell is this percent water and a solution is this percent. Which way would you expect the water to flow? Those kinds of questions. What's up, Mr. Chang? Not doing too bad. Today was pretty busy for me. I had a lot of packing to do because I'm moving this weekend, so I was packing all day and I had to plan for my classes next week because I won't have time this weekend to work on it. So I'm just taking a little break right now, play a little Minecraft, answer some people's questions. Have some food. So Ahana, is that all you wanted to know, just the topics? Was there anything that you wanted to go over in more detail related to the topics? It's going to be a condominium. It's not too far from me. It's like maybe 10 minutes. Okay. Well, if you have a question about any of them, Ahana, I'll be streaming tonight for probably till around 9 o'clock for another like 2 hours maybe. So if you're reviewing or anything like that and you come across something you want help with, let me know. I will be here. San Antonio? I've been to San Antonio once before. It was pretty nice. I like San Antonio. All right, so goal for today is to explore this place and find a nether fortress, which I have no idea where that's going to be. Progress reports? I'm not sure. I actually don't know. They were due from teachers yesterday morning. But I don't know when you will receive them. It can't be long. Maybe Friday, like Nathan said. Yeah, that's all. I don't have much information on that. The office has the timetable. I'm not super familiar with it. Huh? Is this a glitch right there? It just disappeared. Why do you want to move to San Antonio? I almost want to think that that might be a nether fortress over there, unless I'm wrong. Let's see. What does a nether fortress look like? Nether fortress. Nether fortresses are large castle-like structures that are composed of nether bricks. The structure is often bridging over lava seas and buried by netherrack. The structure is the only place wither skeletons and blazes spawn. The fortresses also contain blaze spawners as well as small nether wart farms. Can be found in all nether biomes. So what does this picture look like? Alright, so I'm looking for some sort of like structure here. If you have to be honest, you don't want to stay in California. Alright. I mean, that's fair enough. If you don't like it, you might as well go somewhere you enjoy, you know? Life's short. You got to find the spots that you like to be in. You know what? That might not even be a nether fortress the more I look at it, because it looks very similar to that, and that's not one. Nether fortress. The nether is really hard to navigate, though, huh? Like, it's not easy just to move around here. Ender pearl. Indeed you do. Wait, does this work faster? Yes, it does. Could I go over the whole size comparison thing, like with cell parts being compared to other things and stuff? Sure. Yeah. Could do that. Let's open up paint. What's up, Parsa? Hello again. Okay. So, Ashi. Size comparison. So, remember I told you that there was like different categories, right? That you should be able to identify when things are in those categories. So the way I like to think of it is you have atom. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Brush. You've got atoms. Okay. Which is like our smallest scale that we really care about. Then it goes to molecules. And you know, maybe we can make a differentiation here. We could say like small molecules. And then we go to like molecules that are large. I'll give a couple examples. Then we'll go to organelles. Then cells, then tissues, and ultimately we go like organisms. Or actually technically it's like organs and then organisms. So from smallest to largest, right? So atoms, you know, these are going to be things like carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, phosphorus, nitrogen, etc. Single elements. Single elements. Molecules that are small. I would say things like water, carbon dioxide, maybe even like, I would even probably put like glucose on this level. And then for large, I'm talking like proteins. Okay, like, what's up, Arya? Thanks, Parsa. I probably won't be starting one today. I didn't have any time today to research it. I spent all my day sort of working, so. And then organelles, obviously you've got things like mitochondria, chloroplasts, etc. So glucose, I see, Nathan, you said glucose would be large. Glucose is, when I say small, I mean like monomers. So maybe it's better to say like monomers. Monomers and polymers. Yes, exactly, Ashi. Yep. So for example, glucose would be a small molecule, but you could say that maybe like glycogen is a larger molecule because it's a stored version of that. Now, the one thing that I noticed that some people were getting thrown off with is we talk about prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Oops, what the heck? White. Fine, we'll just do new. So you have prokaryotes, and eukaryotes. So when I look at these two things, prokaryotes are much smaller than eukaryotes. Okay, so eukaryotes are larger than prokaryotes. Now, they're so much larger that some of the large organelles in eukaryotes can be similar in size to prokaryotes. So for example, a bacteria is approximately the same size as a mitochondria. So you've got like these very small cells like bacteria that actually are on the scale of a mitochondria. So when I showed you that like tiered list and I had organelles and then cells as two different tiers, it turns out that when I'm talking about cells, I'm talking about eukaryotic cells. It turns out that prokaryotic cells are actually more on the organelle tier in terms of their size, just because of how small they are, which is one thing that I know that I didn't emphasize enough when we were talking about it. So I just wanted to point out that one thing because I do know that was a common issue there. So same size-ish. You know what I'm realizing what I need when I come to the Nether is I need stuff to build on. What's this? Is this gold? Gold nugget. Okay, that's a really creepy noise that I keep hearing. I should probably mark my way, huh, so I don't get lost. I gotta be able to find my way back to the portal. Oh, sorry, Ahana, I didn't see your question. Will you make the test available to us? No. If you want to go over that, you should come during office hours. If you want to actually look over the test itself. Make an appointment during office hours and we can walk through it together. Do these things just do anything to you? Okay, let's... use these torches to mark my way back. Is that gonna follow me around? What does it mean by osmosis bulk flow? So when we talk about osmosis, which is water moving across the cell membrane, we have two different ways it does that, right? Remember we talked about how the cell membrane is actually a little bit leaky. And so some water will actually sort of leak across the cell membrane through the lipid bilayer. And that is sort of unexpected, right? Because water's a polar compound and the lipid bilayer is very hydrophobic. So you wouldn't expect water to be able to sneak through, but it actually does. And so a little bit of water leaks through the membrane, but the bulk of the water, most of the flow of the water, aka the bulk flow, goes through the aquaporins, which are the protein channels that are embedded in the lipid bilayer. So that's what it means when it says bulk flow. It means most of the water is going through the protein aquaporins. Wait, these gold nuggets, do I have to like smelt them to turn them into gold ingots? And how many nuggets per ingot? Because it seems like there's a lot of gold in the nether, actually. Which is nice. Nine to 1. Wow, that's actually a really bad ratio, huh? Oh, but wait a minute. But you get a ton of nuggets. 9 to 1. It's okay, actually. It's all right. It's not terrible. How easy is it to find another fortress? Are we talking like as rare as diamonds in the overworld, or are we talking as, or are they relatively common? Varies. All right. Thanks, Zachary, for the deets. Yep, exactly, Ahana. Yeah. So that leakiness is definitely considered simple diffusion. And it would be facilitated diffusion to when it goes through the aquaporins. Right, so we talk about like diffusion. Diffusion can either be simple, where it doesn't require any proteins, it just leaks through the membrane, or it can be facilitated, which means it needs help or it's facilitated by protein channels or protein transporters. But either way, it's both diffusion, which means that it's not requiring energy. It's a passive process. It's just one is energy, one is aided by proteins, and one is not. Active transport can it be controlled? Can active transport be controlled? Yeah. Yep. The cell, well, it can be controlled because it requires ATP, right? So the cell can either decide to use its ATP to move molecules against their concentration gradient if it needs to. When I say decide, right, I'm sort of anthropomorphizing the cell, but it can either decide to do this or not. So it doesn't have to do this. So it definitely is a controlled situation. So the ones that can be controlled is anything. So the only thing that the cell really has no control over is simple diffusion, right? Because a cell can't control whether or not a molecule just goes through the lipid bilayer. It's either going to or it's not going to based off its properties of the molecule. But anything that requires a protein, the cell can control, because the cell can control whether or not it makes those proteins also. So for example, a cell might decide not to make certain protein channels or protein transporters or certain protein pumps because it doesn't need them or doesn't want to transport anything. And so it has that level of control. Sanjay, what's up, man? The test is going to be on basically the 23rd or 24th, that Monday and Tuesday of the week of Thanksgiving. If you dig, what happens if you go up? Like if you dig up in the netherworld, do you reach the overworld at a certain point? Like if you just go straight up? Is that a thing? What's that? Oh, shit. You reach bedrock. Oh, okay. So like bedrock, right? And that's what you reach if you dig too far down. So there's no way to dig your way to the netherworld then, or dig your way out of it. Yeah, Sanjay, I played a lot on Saturday, and then I played it with my friend a lot earlier this week. We made a lot of progress, found a lot of diamond, built a bunch of towers, got a nether portal. Could I go over the difference between protein pumps, protein channels, and protein transporters? Yeah. So the main difference between these three things is whether or not they require energy. So for example, the one that requires energy is protein pumps. So a protein pump requires energy, and it's used to pump molecules against their concentration gradient. Meaning if the molecule was not going to be wanting to go that way naturally through like a regular diffusion, you have to put a little energy in with ATP and pump it against the concentration gradient. And that's what protein pumps are for. Protein channels are basically almost just like an open passageway that allows molecules that are hydrophilic to pass into the cell and out of the cell, but they're uncontrolled, right? So once a protein channel is installed in the cell membrane, actually, you know what? Let me draw this because it's better if I draw it. Okay, so let's say here's my cell membrane, right? This is my cell membrane. So a protein channel would look something like this. A protein channel would look something like this. Right? It's almost just like a passageway. And so molecules can just pass, straight through. And an aquaporin is an example of a protein channel. Notice that there's nothing else that's required. It just sits in there and creates a little gap, basically like an opening. And then a transporter. So this would be, so we say this is a channel. This will be a transporter. And then we'll do a pump over here. A transporter might look something like I'm just making this up right now for as far as like what it looks like. Something like this, where what happens is a molecule goes in, right? It goes in here, and then this changes shape, and then it's released into here. So there's kind of like a door that has to be opened and then closed behind it. So it's not like a pure channel. And then for a pump is kind of like it would be I don't know how I can draw a pump that looks different necessarily, but like a pump would be maybe like, oops, wrong color. Let's say a pump is like maybe this. And then maybe like attached to it, you've got a little part where you use ATP. Oops. Wait, what is this? Eraser should be erasing, not making it black, huh? And so you would have ATP going in here, and your molecule would go in, and then out with energy. So facilitated diffusion uses protein transporters. Facilitated diffusion is either of these two. So this is, so we could say facilitated diffusion. Facilitated diffusion. And then this is active transport. This is not diffusion. So anytime the word diffusion is involved, it means no energy is required. So a protein channel and a protein transporter are much more similar to each other because they don't require energy and they go with the concentration gradient. And so they're together facilitated diffusion. A pump is kind of its own unique thing because it has this little part of it that requires ATP to make this go the opposite direction, and it's active. So facilitated diffusion. Wait, but I didn't say facilitated diffusion is controllable. Well, no, but so for example, a cell could control this. A cell can control whether or not the channel is there. So a cell can decide to remove the channel, right? Can take it out. Right? So they could just sort of remove the channel, and then that means they can control what comes in and out. So when I say controllable, I literally mean that it has the ability to install or uninstall a protein channel or protein transporter in the membrane. Now, once it's installed, yeah, now it's not really that controllable, right? Because it's an open passageway. But it's still controllable because they could just uninstall it or reinstall it. I'm gonna grab a sweatshirt real quick. Wait, can water only go through protein channels? Yeah, Ahana answered your question, Ashi. So water can go through two ways. So let's say I'm going to make water pink. Actually, I should make it blue, huh? But I already used blue. Let me go back. Yeah, because water can also go through the lipid bilayer and through protein channels. That's called osmosis. You guys ever see Osmosis Jones? There was like a animated movie. Old though, really, really old movie. Okay, so which way was I going here? I was trying to get that stuff originally. There's got to be an easy way to put my shield back on. Does anyone know if there's a hotkey for putting my shield back on? What did I just get? Glowstone dust. Okay. What's up, Adarsh? Wait, does anyone have an example of something that only uses protein transporters? Yes, glucose, actually. Actually, let me pull up... So if you look at like a glucose transporter, see, they have this sort of shape where the glucose molecule goes in and then is transported out. Sometimes the way I think about the difference between like a protein pump, a protein channel, and a protein transporter is to sort of think about like a protein channel to me is like a door frame without a door. It allows you to walk in and out of a room completely unblocked. A protein transporter is more like one of those what are they called? Those doors that like rotate around where you go in and you have to like push the door around and you come out on the other side. That would be like a transporter. And then a protein pump would be more like an elevator that requires electricity to run, right? You have to go in and then it takes you up to another level and then you get out. Revolving door. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Zachary. Revolving door. Which, by the way, as a child, I absolutely hated revolving doors. Oh, look at that. One shot. I was always so scared that I was going to get stuck in them. And like people would come behind me and start pushing it harder. And I'd be like, dude, I'm going too fast. I want to go at my own pace. I had like a weird phobia of revolving. Oh! Oh my goodness gracious. That was really bad. What's up, Nyanika? How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Hope things are going well for you. I'm doing really well. I'm doing good. I'm actually moving this weekend. So today was like Veterans Day. We didn't have class, so I was able to spend all my day basically packing boxes and making sure I got my lessons done for next week so that this weekend I can just move and not have to worry about anything. That was close, Alexi. I thought I was dead for sure. I really did. I was halfway down and I was like, yep, this is the end. Where did I fall? Where did I go? I went... Okay, what? All right. Are you serious right now with that? Are you kidding me? I could have sworn I timed that. What the heck? Oh, I gotta put stairs there. It's annoying. I swear I timed that swing. Busy. Yeah, midterms. How are they doing normal finals for you? Like I'm assuming they're all online, but do they full finals, or is there any sort of like modifications because of the remote learning? Because I'm still not even sure how I'm going to do my finals. Part of me is thinking like maybe not do finals. Like I've been thinking about that as like an option, just sort of not do them. Of course you agree with that option. I don't know if I was about 3 to 4 hours per subject. Wow, all proctored. 3 to 4 hours per subject, all proctored. That is crazy. How many classes do you have? Oh shoot, where's my sword? That is true. It is easier for me not to do final. 9 attack damage. My sword must be down here. Okay, I swear to God I blocked that. Is there like some lag going on my server right now? There's my helmet. Is that the sword there? You walk so much slower on this stuff. Okay, it just goes right through my shield? Did my sword drop down here somewhere? I lost my sword and my pickaxe. Like, can they just get destroyed? Oh, maybe they got burned up in that fire, huh? Minecraft protein. So the best I got was finals, not proctored. What does it proctoring look like? Oh, yeah, my boots. So I basically lost all of the diamonds that I had. I lost literally probably like 10 diamonds with that death. That's really rough. They did. But I guess it can get destroyed. Sanjay? Like stuff can actually get like deleted, right? The item can be just destroyed and deleted if it gets on fire. But you would think like a diamond should not be destroyed by fire. I mean, I would, if we're getting realistic with it. I'm just gonna look around a little bit and see if I can find them anywhere. Oh gosh. All right. You know what? I'm kind of over this. Only netherite is not destroyed by fire. Okay. All right, so now I gotta figure out, like, am I gonna stick around here for a little bit? Okay, that even though I'm missing one piece of armor. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was looking at my axe and I was about to mention it has 9 attack damage, which was more than the actual sword. So I was thinking, like, well, why even? It doesn't make sense. Like, why wouldn't I just use an axe, not like full time as my weapon? There's Zoom proctoring, which is basically just being on Zoom. Only thing you can proctor is that the person taking the final is the student itself, not someone else. Yeah, makes sense. Then there's Yuja proctoring. It records our screen, audio and video. Then there is a lockdown browser, prevents Googling, but yeah, not fun. Yeah, the whole like, I don't know how I feel about the software that like is super invasive in terms of like tracking your cursor movements, and even some of the software like tracks like eye movement, so it can tell like when you're looking away from the screen. That stuff is like Black Mirror-ish, and I don't know. I feel like a very almost like borders on like an unethical invasion of like where I can look. Like now you're telling me where I can and can't look with my eyes. Yeah, the problem with lockdown browsers though, yeah, I've had that issue with lockdown browsers. I tried using them in the beginning of the year, like on like the first tests that I was getting. And then half of the students were like, I can't actually be on Zoom and use the lockdown browser. Or some students had trouble installing it, and it was just like a nightmare. So I was like, all right, well, look, the best I can really do is give you the test, put a little time limit on it, and go from there. Some classes, they make you use a lockdown browser. Not sure if it uses your webcam too. Usually with a lockdown browser, you should be able to still be on Zoom. Okay, I literally have no way of jumping in this game. Why can't I jump? Like, I have such a bad time jumping over a gap. I did sprint jump, and it still failed. I don't think you can sprint on this stuff. I have about 13 or 7 soul sands. Yeah, I think I was on soul sand, and so I tried to sprint and jump, and it like stopped me from doing that. Okay, well, either way, I got to go back to get more diamond to make a pickaxe because I lost my pickaxe. You can try blazing blocks. Yeah, we got to do enchants. That's the next thing I want to do is enchants. Actually. Okay, glowstone dust. Actually, bonus on that. Wait, shoot. Am I not looking at this? H7. H6. My wheat is not giving me very much food. Feels pretty bad. Okay, now we gotta go get some. I need coal and I need diamond. So let's see. So I was looking at that video you sent me, a Darsh, and it seems like the best place to go is And then I was reading some of the comments on the video, and it seems like people are saying it's better to be at Y11 because apparently that's right above the lava. Because I've been mining at Y10, and I keep getting like lava flows into my all up in my area. It's becoming a problem. So like, what am I at? F3. So right here is Y11. So I should really just go straight forward instead of digging. Ooh, that was actually Y9. I think I'm going to bump this up to Y11 just to avoid these lava things. I noticed that are causing big issues. Like if it weren't for the lava, I think Y9 or 10 would be ideal. But because of the lava, I think Y11 is better for efficiency. So I'm just going to go like that. Man, this is so much slower with this iron pickaxe. Honestly, I have so much redstone that it's like I don't even know if it's even worth mining anymore. A lot of iron here. Oh, okay. I guess I'll just keep getting it then. And just have a massive stockpile for when I need it later. Actually, I need coal. Oh yeah, you're right. I can. I always forget that I can cover the water. Is obsidian useful for anything other than making a nether portal? Or like all you need to do is get enough obsidian to make a nether portal, and then like that's pretty much it for the rest of the game as far as your nether obsidian intake. Diamonds. There we go. Blast resistance. Oh, Darsh, you just found me diamonds. I would have actually sealed this up and not explored this little cave. Got my back. My pickaxe. I was about to say about to break. Okay, I'll be RB. What? Wait. How are these things getting in here now? Or am I, are these too dark? I don't know. They should be fine. I left my door open, Hana? I'm pretty sure these are all lit correctly. My main door? You might be right, actually. But it shouldn't... No, my main door is closed. My main door's closed. What's up, Amrita? How are you? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was making a pickaxe. Just need that. 3, I think, is all you need for a pickaxe. And then I need... Actually, while I'm here, fill that up a little bit. Got coal. Wait, that and that. That and that. That and there. That and there. That and there. Oops. Actually, this goes there. Compress the redstone. Wait, compress the redstone. Hold on. What is that? Wait, you can compress. Do I need a just on a crafting table? Are you talking about a block? Oh, you might be right, huh? Because my redstone chest is getting maxed out here. Let's see if I do this. always forget the D. Wow, that's like, talk about safe space saver. That's actually really nice. Can I compress anything else? Actually, I don't really need to compress anything else. Actually, it would be nice to get, I got a lot of stone. I don't really need the iron though. Look, like I don't have that much iron. Like I got plenty of space. I can always do that later. Amrita, you're here because of Ashi. Do I know you, Amrita? Do I have you in my class, or are you just a friend of Ashi's? I don't think I've had an Amrita before. I don't have any Amritas this year. Okay, I think I'm good. Oops, no, I don't want to toss that. Man, my food, I'm so limited on food. Oh, you don't even go to Monte Vista. Okay. Oh, the Mean Girls reference. You guys know that movie Mean Girl? That movie's like, how old is that movie? I guess it became kind of a classic. Just one? What a ripoff. I did get debated, dude. You got debated. You got debated. What was that? What have I? Is that like a video I've heard before? That was a funny video. The cave air took my diamond? What does that even mean? Okay, thanks. What's the for creepers, what's the like how long do you have to stay next to them before it like triggers their like explosion animation? Because I haven't quite figured that out. Yeah, okay, I think I'm good. Okay, let's head back. That's true. I'm getting up a little too high. This is not diamond territory. It's a little bit of technical Minecraft humor that I find funny. The cave underscore air. Oh, okay. Technical Minecraft humor. Okay, I don't. A little bit annoyed that there was just that one diamond there, because I would love to have a diamond pickaxe right now. I've got one diamond. I may have one other diamond up in a chest. Did anyone remember? I don't remember if I have a diamond up there or not. Whew, yikes. Thanks, Yannicka. You too. Have a good night. Good luck on finals if I don't see you, or midterms rather, if I don't see you between now and then. I hope it's not as annoying having to have your browser locked down and your every move monitored. Diamonds. 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 We got him. This should be enough to give me a... I know that you'll rock them anyway, Yannicka. You always do. Once they start exploding, the 1.5 second assumes a lag-free environment. That's a good assumption. Oh, it takes forever to mine. Did it get the diamond? I didn't even see that. I got at least 3 diamonds. I got 3, but there was 4, huh? That's just back to where I was. Actually, I should just go make a pickaxe now. Just finish this. Ooh, gold. I lost 2 diamonds, Adarsh? Oh, look at that. Some gold into diamonds. So I should probably not... So mine around the diamonds first to check for lava. I think we're good. Oof, there is a little bit of lava there. Oops. So is it true that there tends to be lava around diamonds? Is that a fact? I read that was a myth, though. People were saying that that was actually not a true thing. Ugh. No wonder why I'm messing up. This is supposed to be in my... Wait, what's happening? E. Because I want to be able to do this. There we go. They just tend to spawn around the same level. It's a myth. Okay. Actually, wait, was this a cave worth exploring for just a minute? Oh, my pickaxe is done for. Okay, I gotta build a different one, diamond one. Okay, something is going on because this is not the way it was before. Something is happening here. These are not supposed to be in here. Where are they all coming from? Oh, are they coming from here? Oh no, I left this open. Middle area is not lit up. I think they were coming from there. I left a little gap. But maybe there's more. I gotta go back and check each of these strip mines because I can't have this. I can't have it. That's just the other strip mine, I think. My central tunnel isn't quite bright enough. My central tunnel. Oh, like the main one? This looks fine. Okay. So, oh, right here, maybe a little dark. That sounds really close. That sounds super close, but I don't know where it would be. They cannot spawn. Okay, so they can't spawn it one by one, so it's not like they can spawn in these little peepholes. But this looks... The problem is, I don't want to... You could check the light level with F3. Where's the light level? Client light, 12. 11, 10, 7. What's the lowest they can be? When will they spawn? What's the minimum light level to stop spawning of monsters? Seven. The lowest in here was 7. Seven or less for spawns. So there's spots in here that were too dark then, because I had some like 7. Let's say 7 right now. That's 7 again. So I need to put torches more frequently. I need to put torches more frequently. 7. Oh, it's like this is a 5 and a 6. Wait, this doesn't seem right. Like that's a 7. It's a 7. Okay, I just gotta be more, just do way more light than I thought I was supposed to do. Okay. Well, I'll just be more careful with light. Just be like, you get a torch, you get a torch, you get a torch. Everybody gets a torch. 9 diamonds. That's pretty good, actually. That's actually a lot. So I'll make... Oh, I need 6. It's like I have a hard time believing it's a 7 or less because... Oh, maybe like say I've got 6s and stuff in here. They were never spawning in here though. Okay. 2 pickaxes. Oh, they can't spawn on stairs. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. Let's do some gold. Actually... I guess I should also make pants. Oh, wow. Well, not even there yet. I need 7. Okay. Alright, be right back. Gotta use the bathroom. Alrighty. What's up, Neil? You guys talking about pillagers? What is it? Are the pillagers like something that will come and try and like steal your stuff? I don't see any. Okay, so I got 2 diamond pickaxes. I do want to make diamond legs, so maybe I should go and try and find one more pocket of diamonds. And then go back to the nether. Wait, take that. Hana, quick question. Ions can only go through active transport. Usually, yes. Like usually you would say an ion is like active transport is the thing that is used for ions. I would usually say yes. There may be some exceptions, but an ion will always have to go through a protein of some kind because ions are charged, and charged molecules cannot pass through the lipid bilayer because charged molecules tend to be hydrophilic. So they would have to go through some kind of protein. Normally, cells are trying to pump ions. I'm out of food. Are trying to pump ions against their concentration gradient. So they usually need a protein pump. Let me see. Let's see. Let me see if we can look this up. Like, do ions use protein channels? I'm curious, like, because it might be possible. Yeah. Yeah, ion channels. Yeah. So ions can go through channels, and they go through pumps. They can do both. So if they are passive, do they still use active transport? No, they would not. So if it's passive, by definition, that is by definition that's not using energy or not active transport. Something can't be passive and active at the same time. It's either one or the other. Grab my tea. It would use protein channels in that case. Okay, let's go see if I have any more wheat to make some bread. Maybe I should do Animal Farm first before I start trying to get more diamonds, because it's kind of not so good. Oh, wow. This actually might be ready to harvest. 7, 7, 7, 7. Build up my assets. I like the way you think. I still can't tell the difference between H6 and 7, so I have to use this cheat. Actually, I think I can. I'm just always scared of getting... Wow, I got a lot of wheat seeds now. I'm pretty much set on wheats. Okay, nice. 14 bread. Pretty decent, actually. I will take that. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's think about that. Animal Farm. What's the best animal? What's the best animal we got to go with here? Cow. Okay. I mean, cows are probably the biggest, producing those meat, maybe. And you get milk, right? You get milk and meat from cows, and leather. Okay, so how do we get a cow? Here, cow, 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 cow. Here, cow. I had a bunch around here and I killed them all. First build a pen. Okay. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this fence. I don't think I need the fence for the wheat. It's not going anywhere. But I might use it for the... cows. Oh, they can? Okay. Let's see. So I'll build a pen back here. I think back here is good. I'll get some... I think I have more fence. More fence in here. Where did I put that fence? Miscellaneous? Yes. Fence. Way too many gates. Bring a couple gates. I'm actually pretty low on materials to make fence. I need to go get more wood. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I need sticks too. Oops. Okay, well, I need more wood. Also, don't jump on tilled soil. Hoglin? Hoglin? What the heck is a hoglin? Is that like a nether creature? My tower looks so ugly. It's like just such an eyesore in this. Oh, it's a cow. How do you get it to follow you? Oh, hold wheat in my hand. Oh, I don't have wheat. Will it take bread? Or does it only take wheat? Yes, that's sustainable development. You're correct, Alexi. I'm building up, not out. Classic. Actually, this is different. This is different wood. It's gonna give me weird colors. I'm not clear cutting, Neil. This is very selective. I'm gonna leave. Actually, I technically should be leaving the larger, like these big trees, and cutting these more like second growth trees, realistically. But hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in the world, and you gotta take the old growth trees because they give you the most lumber. I'm gonna get this one last tree and then I'll just go back. After a whole unit on ecology, Ahana, and after teaching environmental science for 3 years, I still show absolutely no respect for forests. What does that tell you about the world? People are just out for themselves. However, my ultimate goal would probably to be, you can make a tree farm, right, on this game? So I'm doing a little bit of temporary deforestation, but my goal to build a sustainable tree farm in the future. I need to get wheat to get this cow to follow me. That's hot. Complicated? Get this cow. So do you will cows reproduce? So I'm assuming I'll need 2 cows, and then they will eventually create 3 cows? Feed them to breed them. It's a classic saying. Okay. All right, let's build a little fence, a little pen here. Oh, but I actually need to build. All right, come on. Dude, come on. It's getting dark. Ashi, what's up, Dylan? Wait for the size thing. Would the monomers of different biomolecules then be around the same size? Like, would nucleotide be the same size as monosaccharide? Or pretty close. Yeah, I would lump those into the same category. I would put all the monomers together. Come inside. Oops. Come inside. Right here. Come through. What are you doing? Come in. Okay. Can't fit through. I need to make planks. And then I need to make... Let's go. I have not gotten enchantments yet, Dylan. How big of a pen do I need? Let's say I want to have, I don't know. Oh, no. This is not going to be good to do at night. Stop scaring my cow away. What? Oh no. That was literally my favorite cow that I owned. Poor cow. Yeah, it was the only cow that I owned, so by definition, it was my favorite cow. Okay, let's see. So how big of a fence do I want to build? Probably, Does it really matter? It just needs to be big enough to fit them, right? Like, I'm not trying to run some sort of like concentrated like feeding operation here where I'm building some factory farm. I'm trying to make it free range, baby. I want to be as humane as possible. I want to be the most humane farm you've ever seen. It's gonna get crowded. Then don't build a fence. As humane as possible, while also having some borders. Actually, it took me forever to realize that monsters will actually fight each other. All contained casual breeding farms eventually become cow singularities. Are phospholipids considered to be smaller than lipids? Like, since lipids don't really have monomers, are the smaller lipids phospholipids, triglycerides, or... No, so that's not actually quite right, Ashi. I would say it's more like... Oh, there's a cow over there. I would say it's more like... Lipids don't have monomers. No, they have like two subunits. They have the glycerol head. Let me explain. But I can't be out here right now. Yeah, I gotta do something about the aesthetics of this tower. I need to make it look... I don't like how flat that bottom looks. Maybe I'll build something down, like create like something like that goes down like that, just to give it a little flair. Because right now, every time I look at it, I give myself a headache. That's how ugly that thing is. Wait, what was I doing? Getting that other cow, that's right, that I saw. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was trying to help Ashi. That's right. Sorry. My bad. That's why I was going back to the house, so I didn't die, so I could open up my notepad. Okay. That's what I want. Don't save. Okay, so for lipids. Okay, you got lipids. Lipids have a glycerol head, which is the subunit, right? And then it has the fatty acid tail, which is the other subunit. Now, when you're talking about phospholipids and triglycerides, those are basically just different versions of lipids. So for example, a phospholipid looks actually kind of like this. So I would say that this is probably closer to like a phospholipid. Phospholipid, where it has a glycerol head and it has two fatty acid chains coming off of it. A triglyceride sounds exactly what you would expect. It has, so a triglyceride is like this. It's the tri, so it has three. It actually has three glycerol heads that are connected to each other, and then I think each one has a fatty acid chain. So if you compare them, they're pretty much the same size. Now the triglyceride is a little larger because it has three heads, but ultimately that's about the same size. So I would say if you're thinking about like the difference between the lipids, they're all about the same size. Now the subunits would definitely be smaller, right? A glycerol is definitely smaller than a full lipid because it's only a subunit. The polymers of lipids, there's no name for it. Lipids don't really have a polymer monomer kind of situation. So there's no such thing as a lipid polymer. So you have your four biomolecules. You've got carbs, proteins, and lipids and nucleic acids. Lipids are the only one of the four that do not have a polymer and monomer structure. They just have those two subunits. So the subunits don't repeat, which is why you wouldn't call them a monomer polymer. So for example, if, let's say, the fatty acid tail and the glycerol head like repeated alternatively, like it would head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, then you could say that's probably like a polymer. But because it's just like the head in the front and then just a long tail, there's no repeating units. So that we don't call it a polymer. We just say it's composed of two subunits. Yeah, exactly. So for example, with the carbohydrates, a starch molecule is a polymer because it has multiple glucoses hooked repeatedly at one after another. So it's like one, like over and over and over again. And then like a protein is a polymer because it's just like it's amino acids hooked in a long, long chain. Okay, so I got a cow in here now. Let's go find another one. Michael, what's up, man? I've been doing pretty good, pretty decent. What about you? How have you been doing? What are you up to right now? Like in general? Classes, I'm assuming, as usual. Where's these other cows? I feel like there was a ton over here, but I did kill a lot of them. Oh, there we go. All right, come on now, come on now. Grab these flowers. Because you can dye stuff, right, with the flowers, so. Do flowers have any other use aside making dye? Ashi, so the subunits for lipids like glycerol and fatty acids are about the same size compared to other monomers of other biomolecules. That was a question sort of like that, which was confusing. There was a question like that was confusing. Let me think. So you're saying are the monomers of other like biomolecules, so like glucose, for example, you're saying would that be the same size as something like a lipid subunit? Let me think. Nah, I would say you could probably, yeah, I would say that's probably true. Yeah, you could say that. Like a glycerol, they're probably smaller. It's hard to say because, like, honestly, like, okay, so here's like a glucose is like this, right? It's got a carbon, 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 like something like that. I don't know exactly, but I think then there's like maybe like an oxygen coming off somewhere, right? And then a glycerol, let's see, fatty, actually, let's see, lipid structure. But see, like it's going to be smaller than that. Like realistically, the lipid subunits are slightly smaller than the than something like a glucose or an amino acid or a nucleotide. But it's hard to say because this chain can get really, really long. So for example, like if I draw a fatty acid with a chain, it could be that short or it could keep going and it could be really long. So the glycerol is always going to be really small, but this chain that like extends off of it, right, it could be really, really long. And so it could actually be much larger than something like a glucose. But it's too nuanced. Like, don't worry about it to that level. Like, think about it more in the sense of, like, the monomers will always be smaller than the polymers. Like, that's just like, can't be any other way. It doesn't make any sense to think about it any other way. And then the subunits will always be smaller than the lipid because they're combined together. I think you're getting a little too focused on the detail. Thinking of either going to NYU or UW, but because of COVID, I just decided to defer NYU and go to Foothill for this year. Other than that, just working in classes. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people are making that decision. I think you made a good move, a good call to sort of just kind of wait it out because it's so, wait, where did that cow go? It's so chaotic that I think you made a good decision. You know, even though that was probably a pretty hard decision to make at the time, because you're probably like, I just want to go, like, get out of here, get to like to where I've, you know, been planning on going and what I've wanted to go to. But, you know, I always, you know, I know a lot of people who wish they had done community college before a 4-year university, for a variety of reasons. One, just financially, it's substantially cheaper. And two, it's cheaper for a lot of reasons, right? You can live at home and save a lot of money on rent. The tuition's substantially cheaper. And on top of that, you get a little bit more ease. You kind of ease yourself into kind of college life. So I think you made a good choice. But, you know, wait, are they mating right now? What's going on? This does not look like the right way. I don't think they quite understand how to do this. Ahana, why would a cell use active transport other than to be able to get ions in and out of a cell? That'd be really the only reason. That's really the only reason. I'm going to build another gate on this side. There's really no other reason for a cell to use active transport aside from the ions. That's pretty much it. Okay, 7, 7, 7, not 7, 7, 7. Just got to get better at like just being able to visualize which wheat is mature and which isn't. That one is, right? That's 7, right? Yeah. Hana, what are some useful ions needed for the cell? The main ions that cells are like interested in transporting are going to be things like potassium, sodium are the two big ones, and then you have calcium as well. Those are really your big three. Potassium, sodium, and calcium. So potassium and sodium are used in neurons to send electrical impulses up and down neurons and like have your central nervous system communicate with the rest of your body. And calcium is used in muscles for muscle contraction. Student debt was the main reason I decided to just go to a CC short term till it'll suck being home, but I know long term is the right move. Yeah, I mean, it's like it depends too. Like if you have, parents who are willing to pay for your college tuition, then it's like, okay, maybe just do it. But like, if you don't have that luxury, which a lot of people don't, it's like, why would you want to put yourself into more debt than you would really need to? Like, that's just, people get saddled with like 100K, 150K of debt that takes years to like dig out of. So like financially, yeah, it's the right move for sure. Give one wheat to each to breed them. Right click on both of them. Oh, wow, that was fast. Look at the head. Look at the size of the head. Do you give wheat to the baby? What does that mean? Will help it grow? So, yeah, Zachary, nothing really happened with the server thing because I didn't have time today to look into it. I was too busy doing a lot of things. Okay, so I'm going to leave these to their own devices here. So I guess the next step with all this is to do milk, right? What's up, Hax Whale? How are you doing, dude? Haven't seen you for a couple streams. Do they need water? Like, do I need to give them a little, like, source of water? I feel like that... They don't need water, okay. And then as far as milk goes, how does this work? How do you get milk from them? Do you need to build something, I'm assuming? Build some sort of device. Oh, I need an empty bucket. Okay. Empty bucket, right click. I'll just make another bucket. I feel like you can't have too many buckets these days. That beef and this leather, this came from my favorite cow. I'm gonna put egg in there, more bones, corn flour. Wood. Grace. Grace, I love how you're concerned about the fences. You know, you can burn your cows alive to get cooked meat. The downside, you might burn your fence. It's pretty dark. Pretty dark. All right, I need a whole nother chest for like more wood and stone because I'm maxed out here. Okay. I see what I need to do. I need to move these chests over. Because I could actually technically fit four stacks of 3 chests out against this wall. Because I've got an extra... Oh, no, I can't right there because it's blocked. Okay. Let's do that. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare, though, because they're going to spill all the contents, and I don't have a big enough inventory to handle this. Why don't I just build them over here? Actually, I could just put it right there. Two. Actually, I want 6. 6, 6. Wait, can I? Oh yeah, I don't even need that. Can literally fit another row right there, actually. Let me see. Why can't I put above? Oh, you're right. I could put one over there. You're right, Ahana. You are not wrong. So I could actually get 6, 7, 8 more chests. I need Legend of Blitzgod. What's up, man? I'm just going crazy with my storage space here. That's not that much stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go all my valuables in here. What I do up there? I'll do armors and weapons in this one. No. Water always moves to the hypertonic part of the solution? Yes. Yep. We'll do plant and animal products in here. Thanks, Nathan. At first I thought you were talking about like in real life. And I was like, wait, I already ate my food like a half hour ago. Would that be the right word instead of move? Wait, what did you say? Water always moves. What would be the right word instead of moves? No, moves is the right word. Water always moves to the hypertonic part of the solution. Well, okay, hold on. It depends. So if you're talking about a situation like we always drew in class, right, where you have a cell in a solution, it makes sense to say, and let's say the solution is like 10% salt. Okay, and then the cell is, let's say 5% solute. It makes sense to say the water will move to the hypertonic side because the solution is hypertonic. Now, if you're not talking about like a membrane situation, right? So you have a membrane, the cell has a membrane around it, but let's just say you're talking about a random solution, right? And and the solution is like pure water. Okay, this is pure water, 100% water. And I put like, I don't know, like I drop like a salt cube into the water, right? So we'll say this is a salt cube. Now it doesn't make as much sense to say that the salt will move, right? It would make sense to say the salt will like diffuse. So I would say like the salt will diffuse throughout the rest of the solution slowly as it dissolves. So it depends if there's a membrane involved for like the word that would make the most sense to use. If there's a membrane, I think moves make sense because it would move across the membrane from one side to the other. If it's just a solution where you've added something, it would diffuse or spread. Yeah, I think diffuse is the best word. Like diffuse is the technical term because this is diffusion. That's the way I would do it. Ah, man, Legend, I don't know if I know much about chemistry. What do you have? Ask me a question. I'll do my best. There's definitely no guarantees here, but I will do my best. All right, this is just gonna be a full row of stones. So actually, let's do this. Let's do. Wait, I only have one. I could have sworn I had more leather than that. Did my leather go somewhere? Oh, there's the leather. You need to know how to explain the trend in reactivity of S, P, D, and F blocks. That one is out of my, like very much outside of my comfort zone, unfortunately. Are those like the different orbitals? What chemistry are you taking? What chemistry is that? Oh shoot, I need to do this. AP Chem. Yeah, Adarsh, take it from here. Chem honors, okay. Could you go over the 5 things that yeah, sure, Ahana, that's easy. So the 5 things that the rate of diffusion depends on are so let's see, it's going to be temperature. So number 1 is temp. Higher temp. Diffusion goes faster. 2. Concentration difference. I'm going to use triangle for delta, which just means like the difference or the change in concentration. And that's going to be, so as concentration difference increases, let me actually do this better. So an increase in the difference in concentration causes an increase in diffusion speed. And what this is kind of saying is like, so the why behind this, so I guess I'll tell you the why. So for temperature, when all that temperature really is a measure of just the energy that's contained within the molecules of the solution, right? So the higher the temperature, the faster the molecules are moving. And if they're moving faster, that means that they can move from one place to another quicker, right? So their speed of movement is increased. With concentration, remember, molecules like to sort of spread themselves out away from each other. So if you have a very high concentration in one place and a very low concentration in another, they're going to spread themselves out faster to get away from each other quicker. So the difference in concentration, it'll increase the rate of diffusion. Number 3, let's do surface area. So an increase in surface area leads to an increase in diffusion, or at least the rate of diffusion. So what that means is it's like if there's more space for the molecules to move through or to get to, they can move faster. So the example I always use when I talk about this in class is like I talk about like like a grocery store checkout, right? Imagine if you only have, let's say you have like 100 customers and they're trying to check out. If you only have one cashier, everyone has to go through that one cashier, and it's going to take forever for people to get through. But if you increase the number of cashiers, meaning like maybe you add like 10 other cashiers, then you can have people moving through faster because you increase the places that they can check out. So the cashiers are like an increase in surface area, right? So if I have a cell, so let's say I have a solution. So I have a, like, I don't know, like a tube like this, right? And I have a solution. And I have like a very tiny opening that the molecules on this side can move, right? It's going to take forever for them to sneak through this tiny crack to get to the other side, right? But if instead I open that up and I like increase the surface area that they have to move through, of course they're going to move faster because there's a wider opening. Okay. Number 4. Let me know if this isn't making sense. Number 4. Let me think. So we have temperature, concentration difference, surface area, rate of diffusion, size of the molecule. So the smaller the size, the faster the diffusion. And this one is simply due to the fact that things that are smaller can move quicker through a solution, right? So if something is really big, it's going to be like bumping into the other molecules and slowing its progress down. So if you have a bunch of tiny, tiny molecules, they'll be able to diffuse faster than large molecules. And then number 5, I might be blanking on number 5. Temperature, concentration, surface area, size. Oh, distance. Yeah, distance. And I think so. Like the lower the distance between. This one's kind of a weird one. The lower the distance, the greater the diffusion, the faster the diffusion, right? Meaning, it's just if there's less distance to travel, it's obviously going to happen faster. So the example I give in this one is like when I talk about in class, I usually say like, oh, imagine there's like a room and someone is wearing a lot of perfume and they walk into the room. If I'm standing on the other side of the room, right, and they walk in and they stay right next to the door, like eventually I'll be able to smell their perfume because the perfume molecules will diffuse through the room and eventually reach me on the other side. However, if I was like right next to them when they walked in the door, I would smell it much faster because there's less distance for the molecules to travel. Does that make sense? I need more leather if I want to actually make these look nice. Could I explain concentration again? Yeah. Oops. So concentration So this one, number 2. So concentration just means like, let me do a new drawing. So imagine 2 scenarios, scenario 1 and scenario 2. Scenario 1, you have a solution with a divider, a membrane that's dividing it. That's permeable, right, to some molecule. And it's permeable to the molecule that I'm drawing, this black dot. Same setup in scenario 2. Exactly the same setup. Same permeable membrane in the middle. The only difference is that the concentration on both sides is slightly different. So now, in this case, it's like, let's say this is like maybe we'll say this is like 50% salt and this is 0%. So it's a difference of 50%. This one, let's say it's 50% on this side, but now instead of 0%, I make it like 10%. This will always diffuse faster because the difference is higher. So molecules want to get away from themselves because they're way too crowded. Like it's just a natural process for these molecules to want to diffuse over this membrane to get to the side and spread themselves out evenly throughout the entire solution. And the more like built up they are on one side, almost think of it like a spring, right? If you have a spring, if I compress a spring halfway, right, it's not going to have as much energy to spring out than if I compress it all the way, then it's going to really want to like spring out on me. It's kind of the same idea. It's not the same like at all in terms of the actual like physics of like what's going on here, but the idea is kind of the same, is that like the more you like concentrate these molecules in one location, the more they just want to like diffuse away from each other faster. Does that make sense? Asha, you were right. You were right. You just, yeah, your words didn't quite work, but I think you were right, on the right track. All right, give me one sec. Alrighty. Do stone. And then this will be for wood. Wait, what, Adarsh? Why am I Alex skin? What does that even mean? Alex skin? Oh, like my character? Like this guy? I don't know. I just picked, I didn't, I didn't know you could do, anything other than like the standards. Ashi, yeah, the chat saves. So like if you rewatch the video, the chat goes with the video. So I'm gonna do like a row of stone, a row of wood, because that like is basics, and then we'll do redstone, and then actually. Oops. So just all wood and stone, and then that. And then this will be like, I don't know, whatever. I almost, you know what, like, I almost like the signs better. Even though these look nice, I almost like the signs better because I can be way more descriptive. Like, okay, yeah, sure, it's iron, but like, actually, it's not just iron. It's like all mined things. Osmosis Jones. Wait, because you know Osmosis Jones is the this dude. He's one cell of a guy. Oh my god, that's so bad. What was this? When did this come out? 2001. It's 20 years old. Oh yeah, I had Bill Murray, Chris Rock, Lawrence Fishburne. Watch, I get copyright strike for watching a trailer.
And it's all inside this man's body. This summer, we're going into a body under attack from a killer virus.
I'm contagious.
You're busted. Give it up. Oh! Why you hit so hard?
It's the action comedy that gets under your skin,
You have entered the city of Frank.
into your stomach, and up your nose.
Just the way I like it. Extra disgusting.
Please, you're going to make me vomit.
Oh no, not again.
Chris Rock,
You dealing with a white blood cell here.
Molly Shannon,
What is it? I mean, what is it? What do you want?
Chris Elliott,
Smell.
and Bill Murray.
Hey, have some class, will you?
Oh my god, I've got the giggles.
Osmosis Jones.
I wonder what this does.
Dad,
I'm feeling better already.
he's coming, man.
Check it out.
Huh. You know what? Actually, I don't think I ever saw this whole movie. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this looks nice. These look nice, to be honest. But at least these are descriptive. Wait, you said you put them on the side? Like you put the frame over here. Yeah, okay. This one's gonna be... This will be nether stuff. I'm assuming I'm going to eventually get a bunch of nether stuff, so I'm going to have 2 chests for that. Food and torches, whatever. This will be tools and weapons. This will be oops. Oh no, that's tools and weapons. Oh, this is oh, what? Oh, I never destroyed that chest. That's why all this stuff is still in there. Darsh, how do you get the skin? Osmosis Jones skin. Osmosis Jones. But the thing is, once you put on all your armor, you can't really even see the skin though, right? Yeah, I get what you're saying, Legend. That makes sense. Makes sense to me. Okay. Okay, I can do that. How do we do this? Let me see what link you sent me. Okay. On the Discord. They have a Tom Jones, Agent Jonesy. Okay, so you download this. It's just a picture, right? And then where do you put this file? Is there instructions on here? There it is. Not too bad. Slim or classic? What do you guys think? Slim. We're going slim. Osmosis. Jones. Cape? That'd be cool. All right, so does that automatic? Do I have to relaunch? Yeah, I have to relaunch, huh? We'll just try and relaunch the whole thing. I see a blue hand. You gotta actually expand this. Iced out. It looks pretty good, actually. It looks like I'm actually wearing, like, I have like a diamond skin now. Wait. Oops. You can't look at your face. You can't look at the face. Is there any way to get yourself to face the camera? No. Or F5 again. Oh, there we go. Okay. Got the Osmosis Jones skin. Ow. Can't even see what direction I'm going. Wait, reverse, right? All right, there's the rite of passage. Accomplished. Thanks for that find, Adarsh. I never would have even thought about that. I wouldn't even know about skins, actually, in general. Okay, I had to, let me just reorganize this real quick. I'm almost done organizing. I'm sorry, this is boring, but I just wanted to get things. So I got all my, so that's actually not true. Where's all my wood? Did I not actually even have that much wood? Oh, that's right, because I had wood and stone together. So here's what I'm going to do. So I don't have to like do this whole thing of like shifting this over. I'm going to make, whoops. This wood. College apps. That's rough. Are you almost done? Like how much longer? So what? It's November. College apps should be getting close to done though, right? Because a lot of the deadline was November 2nd for a lot of college apps. So you should be pretty much done, huh? This is miscellaneous. I want to move that over here. What's a good icon for miscellaneous? Just like... What about if I just do a sign in a frame? There we go. That's miscellaneous. Flint, wool. Actually, technically wool is an animal product, so that should go over here. Actually, I should do plant products and animal products separately. And then this will be animal products. What's a good animal product indicator? Probably a bone. Oh, but I don't have another... procrastination. Worst enemy. I like a bone better, Adarsh. Oh, by the way, I gotta cook this. Okay, I think like we're okay for now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll reorganize this more later. Miscellaneous, so that would go there. So I actually had also, what's the difference between coal and charcoal? I don't really want to keep rotten flesh and just toss it. There's like no use for it, right? So just like, why even keep it anywhere? Yeah, but I don't want to eat it because it's just not good. Like it doesn't. There's no point. So bucket goes there. Okay. Okay. I think we're good for now. Not perfect, but it's all I can do right now. Oh, sorry, Ahana, I forgot about your question. Is there anything else I should study for the retake on Friday? I would go back and review real quick some of the maybe the some of the review guide. But obviously not all of it because you're only doing one part of the retake. So let's look for the spot. So I would review here, starting here. Very end. Last 2 pages will help you a little bit too. Those are the 2 big ones, yeah. And then there's the cell transport video lecture as well. So review the cell transport video lecture and your notes for that, the Quizlet, and the that part of the review guide. I think that's your best bet. All right, I think I'm going to call it here pretty soon. Let me go take a look at my cows real quick before I call it. Oh my God, look at my wheat. This is insane. Is there a faster way to harvest this? Oops. Oh, no, no. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay, but now what do I do with my milk? How do I store milk? Just leave it in the bucket, or can I like dig like a hole or something and like? Smoker and a blast furnace. Logs and a furnace. Oh wait. All of your guys, I just did not see any of your responses until just all of a sudden all of your chat just loaded. I was wondering what happened. I thought my stream had stopped because I didn't see any chat. So I like everything back to right when the Darsh said make a smoker and a blast furnace, everything after that I did not see. Like, which is a lot actually. Smokers cook food. Blast furnace smelts ore. Thanks, Nathan. You need smooth stone, iron furnace for black furnace. Smoker. Oh, Ahana left. If you're still here, Ahana, have a good night. Sorry, I didn't see that. Wait, sorry, Ashi. What did Ashi say? Oh, for the retakes. So yeah, Ashi, if you're still here, the upgrades just update if you get over an 80% on it. If you want to look at exactly what you got on the retake, you can come see me during office hours and I'll show you. Oh, you can use a water bucket and it removes all the wheat. Nice to know. Thanks, Nathan. Replant everything at the same time so it grows at once so you can spam click. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. If it isn't grown, it doesn't deserve to grow. Fair enough. I use villagers. Okay. Okay, sorry if I missed anything. Let's see. Just keep it in the bucket. Okay. So that's the thing, right? With milk, just keep it in the bucket. Okay. Good night, Ashi. Have a good one. All right. I think we're probably going to call it here too soon. Just this is a good stopping point. I guess this will go in here. I was going to make a blast furnace and a smoker, but I need logs. What's a blast furnace? Ooh, I don't think I can make a blast furnace. I don't have the ingredients. I haven't discovered the recipe yet. Yeah, Minecraft's one of those games where it's like you can always find a reason to not stop. There's always something else to do. Keep going. Just like, well, let's do this one last thing. I'll just do this one more thing. 2 hours later. I'll just do this one more thing. I promise this time. Wait, do you need charcoal in the smoker? Not coal, huh? Probably. Or does it matter? So what's the point of charcoal? Like, would these coal and charcoal have any like specific uses, or are they just interchangeable essentially? All right, so okay, so I made them. I guess like so a smoker what gives you meat? Raw, you have to use raw meat probably. Yeah, I was gonna say charcoal seems pretty useless. Like at this point, when you get enough coal from mining, that like charcoal, just like why would you even? It just seems like it takes up an extra inventory slot. So I'm just, you know, let's just get out of here with that. All right. Okay. All right. Oh gosh. Wow, did I just... Was that a one-shot on the Enderman? What the... What was that, dude? Kind of scared me, not gonna lie. Wait, what? Did the Enderman just mess up my field? Okay, so the last thing I'll do is I'll go get an animal and then try this blast furnace. Is that what you're saying? Or smoker? Oh my god. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, so the meat goes into the smoker or blast furnace or both. Doesn't do anything. So does the smoker just cook meat faster? Versus, oh yeah, substantially faster. It's way faster. You're right. And then this blast furnace is for like smelting, I'm guessing, and it's faster than like a regular furnace. So like, does it make sense just to upgrade all my furnaces to a blast furnace? Wait, what did blast furnace even do? What the heck do I even do with a blast furnace? Just ore, so you can't do with rock? Okay. All right. I think we are going to call it a night. I think it's good to end here. It seems like a good stopping spot. So, yeah. Get rid of that. So I think next time I come on, we'll do what else? What's the next step, huh? Maybe to go back to the Netherworld? Yeah, I think next time I'll come on, we'll go back to, we'll do like a little bit of nether runs and maybe do a little more diamond mining. I think that's kind of the next step. Maybe do enchantments, enchanting, that kind of stuff. Alrighty. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. I will see you when I see ya. And enjoy the rest of your night. 'Twas fun. Alrighty. Bye, everybody.